Many have given up on those new ideas, those new visions, just because the person who they shared it with, instead of encouraging them, instead of saying, okay, this sounds nice, instead of giving them some form of encouragement, decided to talk down on it, decided to despise it, decided to scoff at it, decided to make it look like they were not making sense, decided to make it look like, no, this will never work. I'm not saying that if it was honestly a bad idea, you shouldn't tell the person. I am saying that sometimes, just because you do not understand what this person is talking to you about, this dream that this person has in their heart, this thing that the person is trying to communicate to you as their friend, as their spouse, as their parents, you shouldn't be the one to kill that dream. Because in years to come, when someone else who had an encouraging atmosphere gets to do that very thing they had seen, they would regret and they will be hurt, they will feel so bad, and they might spite you, they might have a grudge against you because of it. You cannot say, oh, just because you do not understand it, or because it's not a popular way of doing things, you've already told that child, don't do that. I remember, growing up, it was something that, when parents see you, you don't want to do anything within sciences, and you don't want to go into, you don't want to be an accountant, you don't want to be an economist, all this, all the things that were trendy professions in that time. If you tell them you want to be an artist, you tell them you want to be a photographer, you tell them you want to be an OAP or something, an on-air personality, they would tell you that you're joking. They look at you like you want to waste their resources. And I'm talking about parents now. And because of that, a lot of children just abandon such dreams, and painfully, years later, they are going back to learn the things that if you had only encouraged them and pushed them in that line, they would be masters of right now. They will be the very ones who are experts. Now they are looking back and they're looking at their peers, they're looking at people about their age or even younger who got a chance to actually live that particular dream they came to share with you those years ago that you killed, that you said no, a big no to them. And then they're looking at it and they're like, they're filled with thoughts of what could have been. So now, I am talking to you just in case you haven't even started. You're a parent, you're just starting, you are somebody's spouse, you are a friend to a person, and they're coming with that big idea, that dream, that vision. If you do not understand it, do not talk down on it, do not despise it. When that big idea expands into those Fortune 500 companies that you're seeing and all of that, you will be one of those who will be proud to be associated with them. Even if it is not a popular thing, even if you cannot, nothing like this has ever been done before. We have a bad habit of always talking down, despising what we do not understand. It's a norm, especially in this part of the world. You just look at it and say, nobody has ever done this before. Our family people, nothing like this. It's like the Wright brothers being told that, the idea of us flying, man flying, was an absurd idea. If they gave up, we wouldn't have the airplane. So in the same vein, do not be that person who will talk them down. Don't let them mortgage that thing. Don't let them sabotage it. Don't let them hide it. Don't let them throw the idea away just because of something you said. Even if you may not be sure about how this works, let them talk about it. Give them your support. Tell them that, okay, so what can you do to help them, to support them? Even if you don't have the resources to support them with, just being there for them, will make a lot of difference. And so don't be those kind of people is what I'm saying. You're their spouse, you're your friends, you're their siblings, you're their parents. Support these people, because if they start early, if they have your support, in no time that vision will become a huge hit. And think about who will be most proud to be associated with the success story they have become. It's you. So today I'm here to tell you, support your partner, support your friend, support your sibling, support your children. Let them dream, let them reach for the stars. Put them in the pathway of those things they're saying that they like to do. Don't discourage them from it just because you feel like it does not make money right now. There are certain things, I know parents of those days will look at this time now and look and think back at, those times when football, for instance, was not a thing. Some other things, if you say you want to do some things that are now making the most money in this age, if you say you wanted to do it back then, your parents will want to slap, they will slap sense into you. They'll be so angry with you. If you're saying, I want to pursue music, I want to get a career in football, I want to go into photography, I want to go into all those things, they look at you like you're absurd. I like to write stories. I would like to. They look like crazy ideas. I want to be a producer. I want to learn how to compose songs and all of those things. They felt like a waste of time. I want to learn an instrument. But those very wise parents who put their children in that path from day one are reaping the benefits. Now their children have become superstars. Now their children have become masters of those crafts. And now they're the people we are carrying money to. They're the people we are giving our big bucks to. They're the people we are inviting for events. They're the people we are calling to come and help us do this or that. And those children could have been the ones having these things now. So you see, so don't be like the people of that time. I'll just say that maybe in their time they didn't have someone like me speaking to them. So you're hearing me. This is Dear Stephanie, your neighborhood counselor. I'll always keep talking about things like this. So why don't you do differently as a parent? Why don't you do differently as a sibling? Why don't you do differently as a spouse? Why don't you do differently as a friend of this person? Encourage them. Help them however you can. If you don't understand it, don't just be the one to discourage them. Of course, except it's a very clear case of this is a waste of time. You understand? That's different. But then, don't say something negative about something you do not even understand. You don't know how it works. But they're telling you, you're just like, nah, this will never work. Nah, there's nothing like this existing. Nah, And the moment you're saying it, such a person, because they hold your words in high esteem, they hold you there. They see you as someone of influence to them, and your words matter. The moment you just tell them, they felt discouraged. They've shut down. They feel like, okay, I really shouldn't do this, and that just might be the next best thing. So make up your mind today to do differently. Until I come your way again, I am still your neighborhood counselor, Dear Stephanie, and you have a wonderful day.